Welcome back to algebra and our next notes. Okay, what we're going to be doing is working with polynomials, adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Now, you've done this before. The only difference is the problems are longer. Instead of adding a couple of terms, we're going to be adding a bunch of terms. Okay, so you can see here that the problems are longer. But just like before, you're concentrating on what is going on in between those parentheses to know what you have to do for the problem. Okay, so when you're adding and subtracting, you're combining like terms. So remember, addition, super easy. Okay, just combining like terms. So 2x cubed plus x cubed gives me 3x cubed. Negative 5x squared plus 6x squared is 1x squared. 3x plus, no x's, is just 3x. Negative 9 plus 11 is 2. That's our final answer. Do not change the exponents. You're just counting how many of those exponents you have. Okay, the one on the bottom here, remember that because this is minus, the signs of everything in this set of parentheses is going to change. So all I've done is rewritten it without the parentheses, and I changed the sign of the x cubed, the 6x squared, and the 11. And now you combine like terms again. So 2x cubed minus x cubed is x cubed. Negative 5x squared minus 6x squared is negative 11x squared. 3x, and there's no other one, so it's 3x. And negative 9 minus 11 is negative 20. Okay, multiplying. Remember again, you see here, there's nothing going on in between those parentheses, so that means that we're multiplying. Okay, I picked a long problem. Most of your problems are not going to be this long or this involved, but I picked the hard one so that when you get to a hard one, you don't totally panic. You've already seen the hard one. And then that should make the easier ones a little bit easier to do. Okay, but with multiplying, remember what we're doing is we're foiling and distributing. Now, this is where it gets more involved because every term in this first set of parentheses has to multiply every term in the second set of parentheses. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to rewrite it so that I can concentrate on the different parts. Okay, so here I'm writing down that I'm taking 2x cubed and multiplying it by everything in this set of parentheses. That's all I've done here is rewritten how it looks. Now I have to take this second term and I have to multiply it by everything in there. Then I have to take the third term, multiply it by everything in those parentheses. And then finally my last term, multiply it by everything in the parentheses. So I've done no actual math so far. All I've done is rewritten it. So now I can focus on 4 individual problems. This is one problem. This is another problem, third problem, fourth problem. Okay. All right, so focusing on the first problem, we're going to multiply 2x cubed times x cubed. That's 2x to the 6th. Because remember, this is where our exponent rules come in. I've got 2 bases that are the same that you're multiplying. So you keep the base, add the exponents. Okay, now we're going to do 2x cubed times 6x squared. And we get 12x to the 5th. Then we're going to do 2x cubed times 11. Gives me 22x cubed. Now I'm done with that first problem. I get to ignore it. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to focus on the second problem. So I'm focusing on distributing the negative 5x squared through here. Okay, so negative 5x squared times x cubed is negative 5x to the 5th. Negative 5x squared times 6x squared is negative 30x to the 4th. Negative 5x squared times 11 is negative 55x squared. Done with that second problem. I'm going to focus on this third one here. So 3x times x cubed gives me 3x to the 4th. 3x times 6x squared gives me 18x cubed. X cubed times 11 gives me 33x. And then finally I'm going to focus on this last one. So negative 9 times x cubed is negative 9x cubed. Negative 9 times 6x squared is negative 54x squared. Negative 9 times 11 is negative 99. Now that was the hard part. Now all I have to do is combine like terms. So I'm going to focus on my very first term right here. Okay, this is the other thing I need to point out. When you're doing this, it is very important that you are neat and you are as organized as you can possibly be, because this problem is long and it's easy to lose things and it's easy to get lost, okay? So when I have it all written out here nicely where I can see everything, I'm literally going to start with whatever my first term is here. And I'm going to see if there's anything else I can combine it with. And remember, you can only combine it with an x to the 6th. We do not see any other x to the 6th. So I'm just going to write down the 2x to the 6th again, and now I'm going to cross that out of my line. That way I know I've already counted it. Okay? Now my fifths, I've got 12x to the 5th, and negative 5x to the 5th, and nothing else is to the 5th power. So 12x to the 5th minus 5x to the 5th is 7x to the 5th. All right, now after fifths come fourths. So I know that this next term here is a third, but we want to be looking for whatever the next number is here. So I'm going to skip. Okay, here I've got a fourth. I've got negative 30x to the 4th. And here I've got a fourth, 3x to the 4th. So negative 30x to the 4th plus 3x to the 4th is negative 27x to the 4th. Now I can go back and do the thirds. So I've got a 22 plus 18 minus 9 gives me a 37x cubed. Okay, after cubes come squareds. So I've got a negative 55x squared and a negative 54x squared. That gives me negative 109x squared. Then I've got a 33x, and I don't have anything else to combine it with. So I just rewrite it. And then I got negative 99, and nothing else to combine it with. That's your final answer. So it's long, but it's not undoable. It's not anything that any of you cannot do. Okay, our final example. We have done problems like this before. Some of you remember, some of you will not, so that's why we're going to go over it again. Now, whenever you have more than one set of parentheses, you're going to focus on just the first two set of parentheses, okay? And we're going to FOIL those together. We're going to ignore this x plus 3 for right now. So we're going to FOIL, okay? X times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. And remember, if you need to write in your arrows, then do that. Okay, now we're going to combine like terms. So I'm done with these first two sets of parentheses. They're done. They have been converted into this. Now the only thing I have not worked with is this x plus 3. So I'm going to bring that down here, and now I'm going to multiply that through. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute my x squared through here. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. And I'm done with that one. I'm going to focus on the negative 4x. So negative 4x times x is negative 4x squared. Negative 4x times 3 is negative 12x. Cross off my negative 4x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Now all I have to do is combine like terms, and I'm done. Okay, so what you will be doing is assignment 2, page 107, numbers 4 through 24, only the evens, please. Make sure you use this video and the other set of notes that I will put up for you to refer back to see how to do it. Okay, and I will see you soon. Stay safe.